government overreach. I don't want the state to have that power over my private life. Well, such people they should have the decency to remove themselves from the community. If they refuse to do that, then measures have to be taken to safeguard the community from them. Then comes the practical.
So again, you're going to get it. It's going to become endemic. So he's making out like, oh, these people are killers. The unvaccinated are killers. Well, if you're vaccinated and you believe the vaccine helps, which the science shows it does, why are you afraid of getting it? The vaccine keeps you from getting serious illness or death. That's why you get the vaccine, not because it prevents transmission or prevents you from getting it, because we all know you can get it if you're vaccinated and you can give it. You can also transmit it if you're vaccinated. So this is all anti-intellectual, anti-science, complete authoritarian nightmare, claptrap, scaremongering propaganda. The guy who wrote Manufacturing Consent is now manufacturing consent for the establishment propaganda.
He's manufacturing contempt.
Oh, very nicely said. Manufacturing contempt. So let's listen to what the rest of what he has to say.
The question that you ask. How can we get food to them? Well, that's actually their problem.
How do we get food to the unvaccinated? He says that's actually their problem. He sounds like a scared old man, just like Keith Olbermann. They sound like this is what fear sounds like when you talk through fear. That's all he is. He's afraid of getting it because he knows he'll die if he catches COVID. Well, get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. And so that's all this is. That's a guy afraid of dying because he listens to Fauci and he doesn't understand the science and he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I'm the dumbest guy you'll ever see comment on him, and I know he's dumb. This is ridiculous. This has got no logic behind it whatsoever. And it doesn't seem like he cares. He seems to become, now he's just a cranky old guy who wants to fucking punish people. Oh, by the way, he has health care. And if he really cared about people dying from COVID, you know, of the 600,000 people who died in the United States, 200,000 of them would be alive today if we had Medicare for all. But we had a plan to get Medicare for all, and Chomsky called it candy. You want Medicare for all? That's candy. That would have saved 200,000 people's lives. Why don't we isolate the government, the workers that won't give us health care? How about we isolate the politicians that won't give us health care because they're killing 200,000 people a year through COVID? Why don't you want to isolate those people? No, you just want to, Chomsky wants you to turn on your fucking neighbor. Chomsky wants you to blame a bus driver or a nurse's aide or a teacher. That's who Chomsky wants you to blame for fucking COVID and the deaths. No, Chomsky, I'm blaming the oligarchs and the establishment. You know, the people who've given you health care for the last 60 fucking years, and the check, that your retirement check you get from MIT that comes from the fucking government. How much money do they get from the CIA? I'm not going to blame my neighbor or a student or a bus driver or a worker or a grocery store. I'm going to blame the establishment for the shitstorm that they created with this fucking COVID. First of all, it probably got invented at a fucking lab that got funded by them, and then they won't give us health care when it infects us. And you want us to fucking turn on our fellow human being, my citizen, my neighbor, a fucking worker? You should be fucking isolated. Over to you, Max.